All right, what is going on, guys? SteelTwins back at you with another video. Week 4 predictions. This is week 4, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not cutting that out. This is week 4 predictions, man. I want to welcome a special guest back to the channel, Josh K, all the way from the UK, man. That goes to show you how far and how long Steeler Nation is around the world. Josh K, what's up, man?
Not much. Enjoying the season. Not really enjoying the Steelers, but it's early. We'll see how we get on later in the year. Not much is going on. What's up with you guys?
Pretty much the same. Not really excited about the game this week. I mean, I am, but I ain't for, obvious reasons. But before we get into the week 4 predictions with Josh K from the UK, huge thank you to the sponsor of this video, BetQL. BetQL's best bets algorithm went 13-2 on 5-star bets for week 1 NFL games between Thursday and Sunday. Hey, all you bettors out there, have you ever wanted to get advantage on your sportsbook? Then you need to download BetQL, the only app you'll need to make smart bets. Their best bets computer model scans over 350,000 unique bets per year to give you a best bet recommendation for every game across all major sports and gives you the reasoning behind why you should place the bet. Their model covers everything from spreads, over-unders, and player prop bets. But you don't want to use the model and prefer to do the research yourself? Then BetQL has all the necessary tools for your research needs.
There is sharp data so you can see who the pros are backing, line movement so you can jump on betting opportunities in real time, team summaries highlighting previous success against the spread and the over-under, and team lineup breaking news and injury status updates.
Plus, you can save all your picks in one place to track your success in winning streaks, as well as view your rank on their leaderboards. Head to the App Store or Google Play Store now to download BetQL. You can also head to try.betql.co/SteelTwins to get started now. Enter the discount code TWINS at payment checkout for 25% off any of their subscription offerings.
You can find all this information in the description of this very video. Make sure to check out their BetMGF offer in the description in order to claim $200 in free bets, no matter if your wager wins or not. Also, check out their sportsbook offers page if you live in one of the eligible states to claim free offers upon signing up at one of the many sports books listed. Don't miss out on the chance to beat your sports book this football season.
Once again, guys, that is BetQL. Thanks for sponsoring this video. Once again, find their information in the description of the video and take advantage of BetQL now. Here we are for week 4, man. We'll start with Thursday. We have a no-brainer here. At least I think it should be a no-brainer. We have the Jaguars, who are 0-3 under Urban Meyer, at the Bengals. It's crazy because the Bengals were on 2 straight away games, and then they come back home on a short week. But what's your prediction here?
I'll take the Bengals 27-10. I don't completely trust the Bengals, but they're a young up-and-coming roster. I like what they've done so far. And the Jags just they're not ready at all. I'm not sure if Urban Meyer's all in on the job. Their defense is still really bad. Lawrence doesn't have a whole lot of help on offense, though I do really like Trevor Lawrence. I don't think he'll be able to do much in this game. So yeah, I'll take the Bengals 27-10. I don't think it's very close. Just a classic Thursday night game.
Yeah, I don't know why they always have the bad games on Thursday night. Like, what's the point? Honestly, like, we've been saying it for years. Like, just have a double-headed Monday Night Football. One East Coast, one West Coast. I think that's more entertaining. And who wants to play on Thursday night on a short week? But yeah, this is a no-brainer. Cincinnati, 29-13.
Yeah, Cincinnati. The Jags ain't nothing, and the Bengals, they are getting better, and they're showcasing that, and they're going to showcase it again at home, 31-14 Cincinnati.
I even picked up the Bengals defense because I think they're going to have a good game, and I'm actually playing against Josh K this week, which is actually
kind of funny.
Yeah, since he's on the predictions this week, and I personally faced Josh K in the Discord Fantasy League because I have the Patriots and the Rams defense. I don't like either of their matchups, so I picked up the Bengals defense because I like their matchup. But
I think we've all had a bit of a bad start, haven't we? We're all 1-2. I think.
Yeah, we both are.
We're all in the same division as well, and none of us are doing very well. So hopefully, I'll be able to get because I beat Rob the other week, so I'm hoping to do the Twins double.
Wouldn't that be some shit?
Yeah, that'd be great. Sunday games, man. We have the Titans at the Jets. Another no-brainer, right?
Yeah. I'm going to take the Titans 31-6. The Jets are the worst team in the league, in my opinion. I'm not sure on Zach Wilson. He's got no help, so it's difficult to make a judgment on him. But the Jets are just awful. They've had injuries. Carl Lawson's out. Mekhi Becton's out. it's just a mess, as is the case every year with the Jets. The Titans, I'm not sure what we're going to get with them, but they're going to win this game really easily.
Yeah, I got to go Tennessee as well. And the fact that you mentioned that Mekhi Becton's out, could we see Bud Dupree finally have his first breakout game in Tennessee?
I hope so, because I like Bud. I hope he does well. I'm not sure whether he's completely healthy from his injury last year, but I want to see him do well.
Me too. We all love Dupree and all wish the best for him. So let's go Tennessee. It's a no-brainer. 31-17. They get garbage time touchdown.
I mean, come on. It's a no-brainer. Tennessee. I mean, apparently they're not going to have Julio or A.J. Brown in this game, but just give the ball to Derrick Henry. He'll do the rest. And the defense, I mean, with Mekhi Becton now and that offensive line in general at the Jets, not only should Bud Dupree, but Ola Adaney too. He's breaking out. He's among the leaders in the league with sacks currently, I believe.
Ola Adaney?
Yes.
Are you serious?
I'm not even kidding. I think he's got like 2.5, 3.5 sacks currently. I'm not even joking. Yeah.
That just blew my mind.
Yeah, but nonetheless, Tennessee, 34-13.
Yeah, no-brainer. Next game, it's a little more of a tougher decision. Not really, though, because we have the Chiefs at the Eagles. What's your prediction?
I'll take the Chiefs. They've not had an amazing start, but they have had a few tough games to start the season. They'll get it together, as they always seem to do. I like Jalen Hurts. I'm not completely sold on him, though. I think the Chiefs will win 28-10.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs. I will say, just seeing what the Eagles' game plan was last week against Dallas, which is horrendous, they only handed the ball off 3 times in the rushing game. I think that's correct. That's just awful.
At least that was in the first half, I believe.
It was either way. It was bad.
It was bad, yeah.
Especially for me, since I have Miles Sanders in fantasy. I mean, help me out a little bit. But
run the ball.
But they're facing the Chiefs' defense, which is a little more weaker. But I don't have faith in the Eagles, even though they're at home. Chiefs are 1-2 right now. They're coming off a loss to a divisional rival. They're going to go on the road, get a win here. Let's go Kansas City, 37-20.
I do feel like this game could be a bit closer than what some may anticipate, but nonetheless, you can't bet against Kansas City at all. 35-24.
Next game, we have the Panthers at the Cowboys, man. Tough game here. What's your prediction?
This is really tough for me because I think the Panthers have been great this year. Their defense is really impressive. Got some really good young players. And the Cowboys have been good. I know we don't like them, but you can't deny it. You can't take it away from them. They've had a good season. I'll edge it to Dallas because they're at home, but I think it'll be a really good game. I think Sam Darnold will have a good game against the Cowboys defense. I'll say 31-28 Cowboys, but if Panthers win, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I'd have to agree. It is a tough matchup. I will go Dallas here. I will point some out to the Panthers, though. Them having a much longer rest since they played last Thursday and won. Obviously, they're undefeated. Some of the injuries that they sustained with J.C. Horn, DJ Moore, those guys should be healthy and ready to go against a crazy Cowboys team that is really shining. So I'm going to go Dallas. I know Christian McCaffrey is out for the Panthers, which hurts. They'll have Chuba Hubbard start, rookie out of Oklahoma State, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So that loss is going to be felt a little bit. I think Hubbard still has a solid performance, but let's go Dallas, 27-23.
No, I think I have to go with the home team, Dallas, here. This will be a competitive game. The Panthers have been really, really good. Darnold seems to have a new lease on life already in Carolina. He's got great targets. He's got a good support system around him with Matt Rule leading the charge as the head coach.
Yeah, Darnold's starting to cook a little bit.
Yeah, he is. But Dallas, Dallas is, especially the defense. I got to give the defense of the Cowboys credit. Ever since they got Dan Quinn as their defensive coordinator, a lot of players have been sticking out, like Trevon Diggs and
Micah Parsons.
Yeah, Micah Parsons, their rookie. They've gotten some turnovers, which is what Dallas' defense hasn't been able to do in several years. And it's really helping Dallas a lot. It helps their offense. It helps Dak. It helps the team in general. And I can see Dallas doing the same thing here at home. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys winning 29-26.
Should be a good game, though. That's for sure. Next game, we have the Giants at the Saints. The Giants just can't get nothing going. They are in the lower tier in the league. They're just awful. What's your prediction?
I think the Saints are going to win comfortably. I don't know what to make of the Saints. They've had 2 good performances and 1 really bad one. But the Giants, I don't see any progression with them. Their defense isn't really living up to the standards that I was hoping they would. Daniel Jones isn't the future, in my opinion. The receiver core isn't good enough. The O-line's not good enough. The Saints are going to win this game easily, 33-10.
Yeah, them getting most of the pieces back last week, the Saints' defense was major, especially Marshall and Lattimore, and that will come in effect here again. Daniel Jones will make mistakes. Let's go New Orleans at home, 20-13.
Yeah, I expected a lot more from the Giants. I thought they were going to have a stellar start to the season, but I really don't know what's going on. Like Joe Judge, I don't know what he's doing leading the charge as a head coach for the Giants. Maybe just things aren't working right. Things aren't gelling. I have no idea, but Daniel Jones has been terrible. The Giants' offensive line has been terrible. Barkley can't get anything going because of the offensive line. But at the same time, his ACL injury, it may still be nagging him. It may have affected his play style, his playmaking ability. And the defense has been very, very disappointing considering the talent they possess.
And they just lost their inside linebacker, Blake Martinez, all year.
Yeah. And the Saints, although their offense hasn't really been top-notch, they can still get things going. And the Saints' defense, it's been great. And going up against Daniel Jones, who has been a turnover machine his entire career, I mean, come on, I got to go with the Saints here. Let's say 24-10.
Yeah. Next game, we have the Browns at the Vikings. It should be an interesting one. Could be a close battle, but what's your prediction?
I'll take the Browns. I think the Vikings... They showed promise last week. They beat the Seahawks. They were really good in that game. But the Browns are a top 5 AFC team. I don't think anyone could argue with that. Their offense is stacked. Their defense looks much better. I think the Browns will win. I think it'll be close, don't get me wrong, because the Vikings offense is good and Kirk Cousins looks like he's playing well. I'll take the Browns, though, 33-31. I think this will be probably the game of the week.
Yeah, I'd actually have to agree. This very well could be game of the week. Could be an offensive showdown for sure. I don't know the update on Dalvin Cook, but he should be cleared, I believe. If so, that's huge. But I'm still going to go Cleveland, 26-24.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Browns here. This is definitely, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be highly competitive. Even when the Vikings are at their worst, their offense seems to still somehow manage to keep them in the game. Their defense has been a bit better, but the Browns, I think, right now is just a better team. So let's say 30-27, Cleveland.
Okay. Next game, we have the Detroit Lions at the Chicago Bears in NFC North showdown. What's your prediction?
I'll take the Lions. I really don't know what's happening with the Bears. Matt Nagy seems like he has no clue whatsoever. And the Lions, they've not got a very good roster. They're not going to be a very good team this year, but they've had a couple of close games. They came back against the Niners, could have sent that game to overtime. They were really unlucky against the Ravens, I thought, the other day.
Mm-hmm.
The play clock had ran down. They were unfortunate at the end of that game. So I think the Lions will win. I think it'll be a low-scoring game, not entertaining. I'm not sure who will be the Bears' QB, whether it'll be Fields again or maybe even Nick Foles if Dalton's not able to come back. I'll say 13-10 Lions.
Yeah, this is totally going to be low scoring. It's going to be a boring matchup for sure. See, man, this one's tough for me because I almost want to take the Lions, but I think Chicago's defense could come in effect here.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, the Lions have definitely, kept it, kind of close in most games. The Ravens, the
Ravens.
I said the Ravens.
Oh, the Ravens, the
Niners.
Niners.
And they led at halftime versus the Packers before blowing it. But I'll go Chicago still. Maybe they get something going against the Lions secondary that is weak at corner right now. Give me Chicago, 17-14.
This is pretty much a toss-up for me. Both teams are bad. The Lions have been competitive. The Bears are still trying to find their own identity. I don't know who's going to start. Matt Nagy said it's an open competition for all three quarterbacks.
Jesus God.
Yeah, but I just think the Bears got the better defense. I think that they're really going to edge them out with a win here at home, 17-14.
Yeah. Next game, we have another no-brainer. We have the Texans, who should still be starting Davis Mills, at the Bills. What's your prediction?
I'm not going to pretend to know anything about what the Texans are doing this year. I like Tyrod Taylor, but it'll be Davis Mills in Houston for another few weeks at least. So I expect a Bills blowout. I think everyone does. 41-7.
Yeah, Bills win 40-10. Enough said.
I mean, come on. 37-14 Buffalo.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Next in, we have the Colts, who are off to a pretty poor start as they're 0-3. The Colts at the Dolphins. The Dolphins took the Raiders in overtime, took them to the limit with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. Brissett is facing his former team. So what's your prediction?
I'll take the Colts on the road. They've not had a very good start, but they've played 3 really difficult games. So I think maybe they'll be a little better than people are saying they are. As for the Dolphins, they're a good team, good defense. The defense makes a lot of plays, gets turnovers, but the O-line's an issue, and Tua's not playing. So with Brissett at QB, you just can't trust that they'll get a win against a team that I expect to be in and around the playoffs, because the Colts' schedule it lightens up towards the end of the year. So I expect the Colts to win 27-24.
Agreed. I got to go Indianapolis. They get the first win on the road. Wentz is, I think he's still starting. He's semi-healthy. But I think they get something going finally. They get a little momentum with the win here. 23-19, Indianapolis.
Yeah, I have to agree, Indianapolis. I feel like if you limit Carson Wentz, you feed the ball to Jonathan Taylor, you run the ball effectively, and the defense can rush Jacoby Brissett and get some turnovers, and I think the Colts can get this win. I do think this will be somewhat competitive and somewhat close, but I have the Colts coming out with a victory by a field goal, 27-24.
Okay. Next in, we have the Washington football team at the Falcons. Something's up with Washington's defense. Why are they not performing to the level we all thought they would? What's your prediction?
I honestly have no clue why Washington's defense isn't performing. They've got all these star players: Chase Young, Montez Sweat. I believe Fuller's there now, the former Bears corner. Or am I wrong on that? Is he in Washington?
Kendall Fuller, I believe he is still in Washington. Yes.
Can't remember. Anyway, yeah, just lots of good players. They should be doing much better than they are, but I don't know. Something's been wrong with the defense this year. I think they'll beat the Falcons comfortably, though. I like Taylor Heineke. Maybe he's not their guy for the future, but I think he's doing a good job, since he's come in. And the Falcons just aren't good this year. Their defense is still terrible. Their O-line's not very good. Matt Ryan looks like he's coming out of his prime now, so I'll take the football team 27-10.
Yeah, I gotta go Washington as well. Maybe this is the week their defense thoroughly gets the what's the term, the engines rolling or something. I got Washington. I do like Taylor Heineke as well. I love his story. Let's go Washington 22-21.
Yeah, I gotta go Washington here. I think the defense is gonna edge him out more. 28-21.
Yeah. Next game, we have an NFC West matchup, which is always a classic. We have the Seahawks at the 49ers. What's your prediction?
This is really tough to call because I think both teams are going to have a good year. The Niners have looked good in some games, not great last week against the Packers, though they did do well to come back and get themselves in the game. The Seahawks, really surprised they lost in Minnesota last week, but I think I like Seattle to win this game. I think Russell Wilson's just going to have a field day against their defense that's definitely taken a step back since Robert Saleh left. So I think it'll be a close game, but I think it's going to be 30-26 Seahawks.
Yeah, this is a tough choice, to be real with you. I'll go with the Niners just because I like their defense a little more. Like you said, they took a hit since their DC left to New York. And their corner core is very suspect with the injuries. They even have Josh Norman starting again, for Christ's sake. And we all know the duo between Lockett and Metcalf, and Wilson's been cooking all years.
Yeah.
So, I can see this totally being another classic battle between these two teams, a close matchup. Could come down to a field goal, down to the wire like usual. I still go with the Niners, though. That Seahawks defense is absolute garbage. And maybe we get some more Trey Lance involved. Jimmy G's looking solid. And, of course, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle's getting involved. Maybe they get some of the rushing attack healthy again. They get that going. So, I got the Niners. Let's go San Francisco, 30-26.
See, it's really tough, but I think I'm just going to go with the home team, the Niners. I can definitely see this being a shootout. I can. The Niners defense is better than the Seahawks, but their secondary is the weak point. The Seahawks defense is garbage. It's horrible. There's not one good thing about them outside of maybe Bobby Wagner. That's about it for Seattle on their defense. I can see this being a shootout, but I can see San Fran getting the victory, 34-31.
So we go from one great NFC West battle to another with the Cardinals at the Rams. Rams are looking just red hot right now, probably the best team in all of football. So what's your prediction?
I'm really excited for this game. I like both teams. The Cardinals have been impressive. The Rams, I think to nobody's surprise, have been great this year. Coming off a huge win against Tampa. I'm going to say the Rams. I think they're the more complete team, and also they're at home. 34-17. I don't think it'll be too close, because I think the Rams are just a really good team. I think they're the favourites for the NFC at the moment.
Oh, totally. They're up there with the Bucs, but they just beat the Bucs, obviously.
Yeah.
So, let's go Los Angeles as well. I mean, both teams are looking good, hot starts. Even both defenses are looking really good. This could be a defensive battle, in my opinion. But, the Rams are just, with Stafford at quarterback now, they're just looking really good. So, let's go Los Angeles, 23-20.
Just like the Seahawks and Niners are going to be highly competitive. It's going to be a great divisional matchup. But I got to go with the Rams. The Cardinals are a hot team, don't get me wrong, but so are the Rams. Like, the Rams just beat the Super Bowl defending champions and the Buccaneers. Stafford's just rolling with the Rams. He's connecting with Cooper Kupp, Deshaun Jackson, Robert Woods, guys like that, Higbee. They took ahead at the running game when Cam Akers got hurt, but they still got guys that can fill in. But Stafford's looking really good.
It's crazy to think what the Rams offense could look like if Akers was healthy.
Exactly. It's really crazy. But the Rams, nonetheless, are a great team. Their defense is really sticking out. It could be a tough battle for both teams between the Cardinals and the Rams, but I think the Rams are going to get the win at home, 26-23.
I really hate that this game is happening around the same time as the Steelers game. I want to watch this game.
Right.
But I can't because I'm a Steelers fan, and we have the Steelers at the Packers. As a Steelers fan, Josh K., what is your opinion?
I'll call myself a pessimistic Steelers fan at the moment. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. He's going to score points, even though we'll have Highsmith and Watt back. I don't see how we're going to score points. The Packers' defense isn't the most impressive, but we've struggled against defenses like the Bengals and the Raiders, and I don't think either of those defenses are anything special either. So I think we'll lose 27-13, not particularly close, but we're not going to play in many close games until our offense starts scoring some points.
Did you say 27-13 is your score prediction?
Yeah.
You and I think alike, sir. I got Green Bay 27-13. I do not trust this offense at all. I don't.
I mean, I'm optimistic in the defense. We're going to be getting guys back. I'm optimistic that the defense can be able to do what they can.
But how long can they hold because this offense can't do anything?
Like, how many times do we have to depend on and rely on the defense, or even Boswell?
And
look what happened last week.
And against the Packers, which Adams is number one receiver in the league after last week. A-Rod is A-Rod, reigning MVP. Aaron Jones, slow start to the season, yeah, but still a versatile piece. As Tomlin would say, they have great eligibles. So I got to go Packers.
It's just going to be a tough battle, man. Like, as much as I want to say the Steelers are going to win, I just can't see the offense getting into rhythm. They have no identity. They don't. I don't see them finding it in this game. I'm sorry. I got to go with Green Bay, 28-17.
I will say, though, the last 2 weeks I picked the Steelers and they lost. Week 1 I picked the Bills and they won. So maybe since we're picking against the Steelers, they win.
You know what's funny? Knowing the Steelers, when it comes to games that we should win, we lose. But games that we shouldn't win, we win. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Steelers somehow wake up and win.
I don't know, man.
I just can't see it, though. It's Green Bay.
The Steelers are just weird this year. Hopefully they improve, but against Green Bay it's going to be tough. Next game, we have the Ravens at the Broncos. I'll tell you what, although it probably shouldn't have happened, Justin Tucker is going to go down as the greatest kicker of all time. That's just insane.
I don't know how he does it.
Me neither. What's your prediction?
Well, first of all, I'll say the way you say Broncos really makes me laugh every time I hear it.
Well,
unrelated to the point, but I think Denver wins this game. But you never know with the Ravens. They've had 2 not-so-great games and 1 really good game against the Chiefs. So they could pull off the upset on the road, but I like what Denver's got going on. Bridgewater's playing really well. The defense looks good. They're almost fully healthy. So I think Denver will win this game 31-24. I think the Ravens will stick around in this game, but the Broncos will edge it in the end, I think.
This is another tough one for me. I mean, the Broncos, they've had a very easy start to the season, probably the easiest start you could ever have. But I'm not taking anything away from them. Love their team, love the talent they got. They're stacked almost every position. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But something about the Ravens is speaking to me. They're starting to show some life even through all the injuries that they've suffered. And I might take I'm going to take the Ravens on the road. I don't know why. I just like what they're doing right now. Lamar's looking solid. So give me Baltimore, 26-23.
I like how the Broncos have looked. They are 3-0. But like you said, the start to their season is easy as any team could really ask. And this is going to be their true first real challenge, even with the injuries that the Ravens have sustained already. But I can see the Ravens are still a competitive team nonetheless, injuries or not. And I can see them coming into Denver and getting a victory. I can. 27-20.
Oh, man, the game we're all waiting for. At least that's what the media is trying to portray it as. We have Sunday Night Football. We have the Buccaneers at the New England Patriots. I am titling this The Night He Came Home. Tom Brady returns to New England. Not only Tom Brady, but also Rob Gronkowski. God, what a storyline, especially since Tom Brady could break.
And more than likely will break Drew Brees' record with the most passing yards in NFL history.
And also could be one of the few quarterbacks in NFL history to beat all 32 teams. And how poetic would it be against the team he's been with and won and pretty much made a career out of with the Patriots.
What was it, 5 Super Bowls with them.
It's wow. It's a hell of a story. What's your prediction?
Well, firstly, I'll say I have to get up early the next morning, so I'll be missing this. I'm really disappointed about that because I've been looking forward to this game since the schedule came out. I think Belichick will really want to try and ruin Brady's return, but I don't see it. I think the Bucs are a much better side. The Patriots, I'm not convinced by. They lost to the Saints. They lost to the Dolphins. The offense hasn't really got going, although I am a big fan of Mac Jones. I think he's gonna be a good QB in the league, but I think the Bucs will win. I think Brady will put on a show, 41-17.
Yeah, you just can't bet against the Bucs, even though they lost to a fellow NFC team, the Rams, last week. They're coming on the road. Brady is sure as hell going to get a hell of an ovation from the New England faithful, quote unquote. But he's totally going to have a good showing for sure. It's going to be a hell of a game, hell of a story. It's going to be one to watch for sure. But I got Tampa Bay, 30-20.
I can see Tom Brady actually having. Now, he's had several career games, but I can see this being another one. I really can. Considering the Buccaneers' rushing offense, considering the talent they got, and Ronald Jones and Fournette, they haven't gotten anything going.
They are right behind us in terms of dead last.
Yeah, but Tom Brady, with the targets he's got,
Why would you run the ball?
Why would? And he shows no sign of slowing down. So yeah, he's just gonna throw the ball the majority of the game. I think he's gonna have another career game. The Patriots could be competitive. Their defense could try something, but I just don't think you can stop Tom Brady.
And also, is Richard Sherman playing this game? Will he be starting opposite of Carlton Davis?
Maybe. It depends whether he's in game shape, I guess, because he wasn't at camp for anyone. I'd imagine he'll have been keeping healthy, so maybe. I don't know, but that'll be another interesting storyline.
Oh, definitely. So
it definitely would be.
This whole game is going to be crazy.
It is, but Tampa Bay is going to come out with the victory. Let's say 38-16.
Wow, 38.
Like I said, Tom Brady's going to have a career game.
How poetic it's against the Patriots, man. And to close out Week 4, guys, we have an AFC West battle, man, a hell of a game. We have the Raiders at the Chargers, man. It's crazy. The Chargers could be 3-0 if it wasn't for the Cowboys making that field goal. They are looking really good right now, and most importantly, they're looking healthy.
Yes, they are.
Good for them, man. So what's your prediction?
I think the Chargers are going to win this game 34-30. I think the Raiders have done really well this season so far. I'm not entirely convinced by them because last year they started really well and they collapsed at the end. They've had some good wins this year. But I think Herbert's just so clutch, and the Chargers' offense looks great. The defense looks much better. I think the Chargers have a really real chance to win that division this year. I'm still going to pick the Chiefs, but I wouldn't rule the Chargers out. I think they're going to be a really, really dangerous team come the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to count out the Raiders as well. If they can keep this, roll going all season, it's going to be one hell of a battle for first place in that division.
Mm-hmm.
And even the Broncos, don't want to count them out as well. That's a stacked division for sure. But I got to go Chargers. I really like what the Raiders are doing. Derek Carr is having the best start of his career. Just
he's connecting with his targets. Waller, Edwards,
Renfro, all of them, bro.
Yeah.
Like they're just shy. Ruggs, of course, as well. So, but the Chargers, I really like them this year. They're staying healthy. Can't count out Herbert as well. Let's go Los Angeles. 33-31. Should be a good Monday Night Football battle.
Oh, this should be a great Monday Night Football game. I will go with the home team, the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm going to say 28-26. But if the Raiders were somehow able to escape with a victory against a divisional rival at their place, I think that should open a lot of eyes for a lot of people on the Raiders. The Raiders have looked great. They've looked good. To go 3-0 against teams who last year each had 10 or more wins last year.
That is very impressive. You're right.
And if they can beat a team like the Chargers that have looked really good and are coming off a win against Kansas City, that should speak a lot of volumes about the Las Vegas Raiders.
You're very right. It's going to be a good battle for sure.
I'm still going with Los Angeles.
Yeah, but Week 4 altogether should be a great week, a great time. So to all your respective teams, good luck to them. And I want to thank Josh K for coming back onto predictions, man, for his thoughts, his predictions, and feelings, man. So, Josh K, huge shout out to you. Good luck in the Troy Polamalu signed jersey giveaway at the end of the year, of course. And do you have anything to say before we get out of here?
Not much, just thanks for having me on. It's always a pleasure. And I'm excited for our fantasy matchup this week. I'm hoping my team can get it together and I can sweep you two.
Well said, and good luck not only in the Troy Polamalu jersey giveaway, but also in fantasy against me personally. But thanks for coming on, man. Always a great time. And
so once again, thank you to our sponsor, BetQL, the only app you will need to beat your sportsbook.
Find information along with a 25% off discount code in the description of this video. And also check out the special BetMGM offer in the description in order to claim $200 in free bets no matter if your wager wins or not, and other sportsbook sign-up offers and bonuses. Rob, you can sign us out.
Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Peace!